How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another FPL GW28 video. My wildcard is active, and today we'll be looking at more of my final draft heading into Gameweek28. Give the video a like if you find it helpful. It really does go a long way in helping the channel grow. So there's been one or two changes since the last video, after the majority of the FA Cup fixtures are now complete, with just Everton left to play from the Premier League teams. There's been a couple of upsets in the FA Cup, which has affected the fixtures in the Premier League and thus FPL. Chelsea now have a confirmed double game week in 28, making their double the best of the lot, and Spurs versus West Ham will now go ahead and blank Gaming 30. If, like me, you're on a wildcard right now, the aim is to target double Gaming 28 and 29 and to get enough players for blank Gaming 30 without having to use your free hit. So we have 8 teams who double in 28 and 6 teams who double in Gaming 29. The only team to have 2 double game weeks is Newcastle, so targeting the likes of Willock or Fraser or even St. Maximum will be popular. We are now almost 100% there in terms of the confirmed fixtures for blank Gaming 30, which are Leicester versus Brentford, Wolves versus Leeds, Villa versus Arsenal, and now Spurs versus West Ham. It's very likely that Everton would win tonight and therefore blank in Gaming 30, but as we've seen with Tottenham, any team can get knocked out of the FA Cup. We will have all the confirmed fixtures for blank Gaming 30 before the Gaming 28 deadline for any of you that thinks I may be talking a bit of shit, but trust me, I am not. Strategy-wise for the wildcard, Sam FPL put it here perfectly, and the teams who have a double Gaming 28 or 29 and a fixture in blank Gaming 30 are Arsenal, Aston Villa, Leeds, Spurs and Wolves. So if you don't plan on using your free hits in Gaming 30 like me, you need to load up on these players. And the teams who double in 28 and 29 but blank in Gaming 30 are Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle, Southampton, Everton, Brighton, Norwich and Watford. Now if you have 2 free hits available, you could absolutely target double Gaming 28 and 29 without worrying too much about blank Gaming 30 because you would use one of your free hits in that game week. I personally have used 1 free hit already, and I am very likely going with strategy 1 here by loading up on Arsenal, Villa, Leeds, Spurs and Wolves. And with all that said, let's now have a look at the best wildcard team for double Gaming 28 in my opinion. So this is where the magic happens. I hope you've all enjoyed tinkering with your wildcard drafts for the past couple of days. I definitely have. But the one thing that did happen while tinkering was a change in thought process with regards to my team, and that will be evident with my goalkeeper pairing on my wildcard. So initially I thought, you know what, why don't you target and get the best 2 goalkeepers that play in 28 and 29. So I would have went with Sa as my starting goalkeeper in 28 and possibly Jordan Pickford for Gaming 29. But my thought process has changed there, and we'll get into that as we go through the team. Starting off, let's bring in Dubravka, who will double in 28, and Ramsdale, who doubles in 29 and has a fixture in Gaming 30. Okay, so let's talk about my thought process. When I set out my team in the last video, the aim was to target double Gaming 28, 29 and blank Gaming 30 with the option to bench boost in possibly the very biggest double game week of the season, which is likely to happen in game week 36. Since then, I gave it a bit of thought, and you know what? If the title goes all the way down to game week 36, game week 37 between Liverpool and Man City, if we're going to bring in triple Man City, triple Liverpool, we aren't going to have enough money in the bank for a squad of 15. So how would you then bench boost in Game Week 36? So the other option is Gameweek 33. A few of you have asked me in the comments from the last video, what's special about Gameweek 33? Why are people holding their chips until Gameweek 33? Well, the answer to that is it's only rumors for now. We don't have any confirmation yet, but Gameweek 33 is very likely going to be a blank game week for some teams and a double game week for other teams. We don't know any other thing besides that. So all we can do is speculate, and you can make assumptions based on the fixtures that you would have seen previously in this video, the fixtures that still need to be rescheduled. They could fall into 33, they could fall into 36, we don't know. And I'm going with the information that we have now. And I think Gameweek 29 will be the best time for my team to use the bench boost chip. And that's why my wildcard team right now is structured around bench boosting in 29. And the only difference that I would have between my Gameweek 28 team, my bench boost team for 29 and my normal wildcard team without the bench boost, I would say is my keeper pairing, because I still plan to not use the free hits in 30. Remember, your wildcard should depend on the strategy you're going for. And because I don't plan to free hit in 30, and I want to save that free hit for one of the big double game weeks, possibly double game week 36, so that I can have a very strong starting 11, you know, that's what you need to do. You need to structure your team around your strategy, and I will free hit in one of the big double gamings towards the end of the season, and I plan to bench boost in 29. So with Chelsea having the best double game week 28, I am trying to go all out on their team, and I wish I could take a punt in their midfield, but I don't trust anyone in terms of minutes. There's a load of rotation in that team. And will I go Havertz again after what happened in Game Week 9? I'm still suffering from Havertz gate. I'm sure a lot of you are. I just can't go there yet based on my strategy and, you know, any risk of rotation in terms of my bench boost. So my goalkeeper will be Dubravka with Rudiger, James and Saiz forming my defense for Game Week 28. I've spent a little extra on Saiz because he has an insane amount of goal threat from corners, free kicks. He's worth a lot more, in my opinion, than Cody or Kilman. So if you do have the money, I would suggest going for Saiz. In the midfield, Coutinho finally comes back into my team. After many a year, he was my favorite player as a Liverpool supporter, as a supporter of the Premier League. Coutinho was my favorite player until he left Liverpool and went to Barcelona. So it feels great to have the magician back into my team. The king has to return. I premeditated using my wildcard for 28. I forced myself into it by selling Mo in 27, and he's back now in the Gaming 28 team. Rafinha comes in to target 28 as well as Gaming 30, and up front I'm going for Armando Roja, and I've heard that Saint Maximin is fit. Will he play 4 games in the next 2 game weeks? I can see him playing. Will he play all 19, all 4 games? I doubt that. I think he's a great option up top. Price-wise, I think he is 6.8. Yes, he is. If you can stretch 0.1 more, you could look at Che Adams. But because I plan to bench boost in 29, that is why I'm opting to go for Saint Maximin. If you aren't bench boosting in 29, you could very well bring in Che Adams this game week instead of Saint Maximin. Ramsdale on the bench, and instead of Kyle Walker, I will be looking at Tierney to target Game Week 30, Saka and Trent. That leaves me with 0.8 mil in the bank. I'll probably put Trent first on the bench, Saka second, Tierney third, and Ramsdale as my keeper. I wish I could use the bench boost in this game week, but remember, you cannot use more than one chip in a single game week. So I can't use the wildcard and bench boost right now, but I can use it in Gaming 29, which is exactly my plan. So if we look at this team, I have Dubravka, Rudiger, James, Ramsey, Coutinho, Rafinha, Roger, and Saint Maximin, who all double. So I'm going into Gaming 28 with 9 double gaming players, and you definitely cannot bench the likes of Mo Salah or Harry Kane based on their form. Now, if we go and skip ahead to Gaming 29, you will see that my entire bench now has the double game week. So I'll be bringing in Ramsdale, or you can leave Ramsdale here because I plan to bench boost. Trent can come in for Saiz, Saka in for Coutinho, and Tierney in for either James or Rudiger. Now, with my 0.8 in the bank, what I plan to do, based on the outcome of how James looks, I will be selling him for Virgil van Dijk. Now, if James looks great, then I will sell Rudiger instead of him. You know what? James is the better player. Hopefully, he looks fit, he looks hungry, he looks attacking. And I will go for Virgil using my free transfer. With that, I will activate the bench boost. Mo Salah as my captain. And I am pretty much set for Gaming 29. Previously, I didn't set my captaincy for Gaming 28. I am between Rafinha and Coutinho. I will possibly take that decision down to the wire, but currently I am leaning towards Rafinha. He's looked great the last few weeks against a leaky Leicester defense and against Villa. Leeds need the points to have a new manager bounce now. Will Rafinha fire even more? I certainly hope so. If you want to stick to someone who will very likely get you points, I know he has a single game week, but Mo Salah is a very good captaincy option as well. So that's me set for 28. 29 with the bench boost. I quite like it. Wish I could use it in 28, but I can't. The bench boost will be used in 29 to basically nullify all those who will be triple captaining Mo Salah this game week, who've missed out triple captaining him in Gaming 26. So my bench boost will hopefully cancel out that triple captaincy. And if we have a look at Gaming 30, I now have Ramsdale coming in, Saiz for Virgil, Coutinho for Salah, and that leaves me with 8 players. With my one free transfer, I could do many things. I could sell Virgil for Digne. I could sell Saint Maximin for Daka from Leicester. But I'm very likely to take a -4 for this game week, which is essentially a -2, because I will be getting rid of a player that is getting 0 points because they aren't featuring at all, for a player that's coming in and that will play. So I should take my -2 and have 10 players for Gaming 30. Haven't planned that exact transfer yet, but based on the next 2 weeks, the next 2 game weeks, I will see who's the player in form and then bring that player in. I'm sure you're all asking, what about beyond Gaming 30? How does the team look? Well, if you have a look, the team is very well set. Virgil could come in for literally anyone. I would say Virgil for Saint Maximin. Salah, I'm going to have benching headaches even here. The team is that good on paper that even in 31, the team is very well set. So in terms of the goalkeepers, Ramsdale and Dubravka rotate very well from 28 all the way until game week 38. So the perfect keeper pairing, look no other than Ramsdale and Dubravka. Salah has to come in. Who do I bring him in for? Possibly Saiz, James, Gosh, I'm having such a benching headache here. James will come in, Ramsdale first on the bench, Sai second, and we're all set. And that's without using a free transfer, by the way. I will then have another transfer in 32. With 33 being the tricky game week. Remember, I've mentioned it could be a blank game week. It could be a double game week. We don't know anything yet. So you'd want to go into game week 33 with at least two free transfers. Or if you have 2 free hits, you could think about using one of your free hits in 33 and the other in 36. Based on how big the game week is, I will decide whether to use the free hit in 33 or 36. But we'll take it from there. But for now, I think I am very well set for my Gameweek 28 wildcard with Rafinha as captain, with the aim to bench boost in Gameweek 29. I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any questions, drop them below. And remember, this isn't 100% my final team. We're still waiting for the Everton fixture tonight in the FA Cup. We're also waiting to hear from the manager presses, any other rumors the day before the deadline. I doubt I'll make too many changes from this team. I'm pretty set on it for now. But if I hear that James isn't as fit or St. Maximin isn't due back, there could be 1 or 2 changes. So if you're watching this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and put your notifications on, because the second I update my wildcard team, I will be posting it here on YouTube under the communities tab, as well as in the comment section here under this video. If it is still early and I decide to change my mind, which I doubt, I don't think I will have time to make another video or like a deadline stream. But in time, hopefully with the right equipment, I will do a deadline stream and help as many of you out as possible with all your questions. I look forward to interacting. I enjoy it. It's fun. We are all obsessed with this game. I don't know why we are, but we love it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy tinkering some more with your team. I hope this has helped you in some way. Like the video, comment below. Good luck for the game week.